guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gurleen Kaur. So today's video is especially for the students whose board exams are going on. It's video for class 10th whose science exam is tomorrow. So here are a few tips I wanted to share with you. You can say it last minute tips which will definitely help you to score well in your exam. So I hope up till now you have completed your whole syllabus. You are done with revision. So first thing which you need to remember before going to your exam, like today is the last day, you should be revising everything completely. You should revise whole of your syllabus. You should go through every topic nicely. And the second thing, the most important, PYQs. There are a lot of videos on YouTube which you should see. These are the most important PYQs which you should know before going to attempt your exam. What happens most of the times, these previous year questions are repeated in exams, so there is a lot of chance that you may get the same questions or the same type of question, I would say, which definitely helps you to answer the question there. So you must be doing all the PYQs. And for today and the last minute tip is that you should be doing all the most important previous year questions, right? And now what I want to focus on is the paper attempting strategy, how you should be writing in your exam, how you should answer the questions in your exam. Now once you are done with the syllabus, you have revised everything, the last and the most important hurdle is if you know how to write the answers in the exam. If you don't know how to write answers, you will definitely be losing a bit of marks which you deserved. So here are a few tips which I want to share, which you should be following in your exam. So the first one is, do not write long paragraphs. Now this is not your English exam that you have to write lengthy answers. This is science exam. Here you need to give the facts. So try to write the points, as many as points you will write. This will make it easier for the examiner to check your exam, because when it's a paragraph, it is difficult to read the whole paragraph and then analyze what you wanted to say. So try to write your answers in points. Give the important points. Now you should be writing the complete sentence. You are not supposed to write one word, but write the complete sentence, but make points. Do not write in long paragraphs. The second one is, you should make flowcharts, classification tables, right? When we classify metals and this, I hope you understand that kind of classification. So wherever possible, if you are supposed to tell types of any topic, right, then you should be classifying it in the form of table and then explaining all the points. Now when you give these visual representations in your examination, it marks a good impact of your answer to the examiner, and definitely the examiner gives you more marks. So wherever possible, you should make flowcharts and make classification tables. Now another benefit of doing this is that you save time. When you write in flowcharts, you are not supposed to write complete sentences. You can skip "this is what I mean" and you can just write "this is what happened," right? So making flowcharts, and most of the times when you are lagging behind and there is no much time left but your questions are left, at that time it is very beneficial if you write answers in the form of flowchart, because flowchart is again easy to check, because it has a sequence which is easy for examiner to understand, and most of the important things, it saves your time. Third most important point in science exam is that you make diagrams. Make diagrams wherever possible. When you are attempting biology section, you should be making diagrams. So if up till now you haven't practiced making diagrams, then go and practice the important diagrams. You should be knowing the if there is a neuron, you should know how to make a nice diagram of neuron, because diagrammatic representation of your answers helps you get more marks. Teachers like those things. When you know the diagram, you label it correctly, all these things add to your marks. So make diagrams wherever possible. If it is a question of physics, then you should be making the circuits wherever they're needed. And for chemistry, we can't make atom for sure, but in any sense where you can make diagrams, try to make diagrams. Okay, now another most important point which most of the students skip, it is a very attractive thing when you underline the keywords in your answer. Say there is a long answer, the examiner who is checking so many copies in per day, he is not willing to read your complete paragraph. So if in your answer you underline the keywords, the main points which you want to tell to the examiner, it makes it easier for them to find those words and check them, because at the first glance what they will see is underlined word, and if it is the right answer, if it is the word they wanted to seek through the paragraph, then it definitely gives you more marks, because their time is saved. They just didn't have to read the whole paragraph, they got those points which they were looking for very easily, because you help them. How you help them? You underline them, and that definitely lets you get more marks. And the last one thing I wanted to tell you, sometimes there are questions which we find difficult, we feel that I haven't read it, and so you don't answer it. So never skip a question in your board exams. Do not commit this mistake that you skip any question because you thought you didn't know the answer. Most of the times, if you have studied well, you at least know the topic that might be related to that question. You might know that from your chapter that question is, something is definitely there that gives you a hint that it is the question from that topic. Then write anything you know about that topic. Do not leave the question, do not leave blank sheet for that question. You must write anything you know, anything your mind can remember about the topic, because sometimes there is a very cutie examiner, I would say. They look that they just check if you have written something, and they give you some marks. Now this is something you get, which you might get luckily, but it is a possibility. So do not skip any question. If there is any question you don't know how to answer, at least you might be knowing the topic it is related to. Just write about that topic, do not skip the answer. So these were the points I just wanted to share with you. I hope this will help you. You must imply these in your exam, and it will definitely help you to score well. I can guarantee this, because these are the tips which I followed. Let me tell you, in my +2 boards I got 96 marks in biology, 97 in chemistry, and 97 in physics. And I think most probably these were the tricks which I followed. For biology I had made beautiful diagrams, and for chemistry I could answer in points. And in chemistry, one more thing is there: when you have to write the equations, when you have to write balanced equations, you must write them in a proper space. There should be a blank line before that and a blank line after that, so that it is clearly visible. It should not be hodgepodge that examiner isn't even able to understand it. Okay. And for physics, you just need to write points. Remember that, do not write long paragraphs. That's it, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you find it helpful, do tell me in comment section. All the best for your exam. Bye bye.